These are the 5 NFL players with the most pressure on them next season. At number 5, I do have Jalen Hurts. It seems kind of crazy to say him when he has already won a Super Bowl in his career, but he's on his 6th offensive coordinator with no A.J. Brown this season and a much worse roster than he's ever dealt with. I think there's a lot of pressure on him to show that he can be the real franchise QB when he's seeking an extension in a couple of seasons. At number 4, I have Bryce Young. Very similar situation here. He just really needs to prove that he can be the franchise guy. He's also coming up on an extension here, but this is the best roster that the Panthers have ever had, so he really needs to improve on the season he had last year and prove that he can be the number 1 overall pick that he was a couple years ago. The third player has to be Travis Hunter. This season, he has a lot riding on him. He might be a full-time corner. He's not going to be playing as much as a wide receiver, but he was the number 2 overall pick 2 seasons ago. They really need to figure out if he's going to be able to be best suited on the defensive side of the ball or the offensive side of the ball. At number 2, I have Lamar Jackson. Last year was very disappointing for the Ravens, and they have a brand new head coach. I think there's a lot of pressure on him to finally perform and get to that Super Bowl. Obviously, they've been knocking the door for seasons now, but he just has to get it done with a brand new head coach and after an injury and another guy who's seeking a big extension and to be the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. But at number 1, it has to be CJ Stroud, another guy seeking an extension, but we also saw how he collapsed in the playoffs last year. They need him to perform this season if he's going to be the future of the Texans.